Welcome. Let's start with a big sigh. Audible as you wish, and whatever movements that will help you to feel grounded, maybe some hand shaking. Maybe you need more than that. Maybe you want to stand up for a minute or lay back and just get out whatever this day has carried for you so far. And slowly bring your body into some stillness. Bring in some ease, welcome some comfort. This is a time meant for you. We're at the beginning of the school year. For many of us, that's fall. And it's a time where we're slowing after the busy summer energy. And as teachers, we're training our brains to let go of that busyness over the summer and make the shift into the fall activities, and taking that excitement of hopefully you had some time for yourself over the summer, maybe a little traveling or even just resting and doing nothing. Both are equally restorative in different ways. And we want to carry that nourishment, whatever nourishment you had over the summer, we want to carry that with us. But right now, here we are standing at the precipice of a new year. Being a teacher is one of the most amazing, incredible, beautiful, heart-filled, and selfless gifts that one can give to others of any age, to their families, to their communities, and really that gift goes out to the world. All that we do as teachers echoes out like ripples in a pond. And this amazing gift can be 10 million times more powerful when you take some time to nourish yourself. So as we're standing here at the precipice of a new year, I want to start this year by taking the time to dream into what this year could bring, not only for my students and my co-teachers, my families that I'm serving, the wider community, but also for myself. This is something I've never really thought of before. And this year, after having spent the last several years really understanding and incorporating self-care for basically the first time in my life, I have seen its value. And I want to bring that to my work as an educator. And I know that as I nourish myself, I can more fully nourish those who I'm serving. So I want to offer to you, as fellow educators, this opportunity for yourself in this guided meditation to take from it what you wish. It may be a dreaming into what you want to bring to your classroom, to your students. It may bring up some things that you want to incorporate for yourself into your classroom. That's something I'm going to be thinking about this year, is how can I serve my students and myself in a way that's mutually beneficial? How can I set up my classroom, my routine? How can I make myself available or not available in ways that are appropriate and fulfilling and nourishing all the way around? So I invite you to get comfortable, and you're more than welcome to do this at home or a place of comfort for you where you can have some quiet and some ease and not be disturbed, and possibly even your classroom if that's a space that works for you, to just take a little bit of time and maybe turn some of the lights down. If you have the opportunity in the space to just get a little cozy, whether that's on a chair or a mat, upright or lying down, take the next moment to find some ease in your posture and your being right now, and move those last little bits of muscles to find that comfort. Do those last few stretches. And let's take a few breaths to bring ourselves to this present moment. As you take the next breath, feel in your body where you might be restricting. There's no need to change anything. Just bring awareness and openness to feeling where there might be a little tightening here, or a little restriction there. Just be aware. And as your next few breaths come in and out, decide if the tightening or restriction that you feel is an area that you may be able to work with by maybe just adjusting your body or giving a few extra arm or hand or leg shakes, maybe moving around your torso, some little circles one way and then the other, or side to side, kind of like a washing machine. And I know for me, I hold my tightness in my stomach, my abdomen, so I'm gonna push some air down in that space and just kind of make it expand a little more, and then take another breath. And just feel if you have 1%. 1% is enough. If you are 1% looser, 1% more open, that's all it takes. We are not looking for perfection here. We are not looking to completely loosen up. That might not be available to you today or for some time, for whatever reason. We are looking to honor what's here right now. And as you take that 1% step toward a goal that you envision full nourishment looking like for you, that 1% is it. Because the next time, maybe you can do 1% more. And then when you're ready, 1% more. And in time, you'll get to that space where it's just maybe automatic. Or maybe that loosening is more loose more frequently than not. So let's just do a couple of breaths. And prepare ourselves for a guided meditation. No experience necessary, just a willingness to be open and listen and be present to whatever arises. No expectations. There is no one way to experience this. There are only endless ways for all of the different beings that are out there. There is a different, unique, and special way meant to be experienced. Today you'll find yours. I want you to imagine that you're in a space that just feels amazingly comfortable and safe. Maybe this space has certain people in it. Maybe this space has a certain feeling in the air or sights around you. Maybe there's certain smells or certain objects, or maybe nothing. Maybe none of those are necessary, but it's just a feeling from within. Whatever space, be it within walls or outdoors or beyond, I want you to just take a moment and really be present and feel that safety, that comfort start to hold you, swirling around. Maybe it's rocking you. Whatever is the feeling that brings comfort to you, be in that feeling now. Be as open as you can to receiving it and letting it nourish you. Let it fill you up. Maybe happy moments from your life come to mind. People that bring you joy. Experiences that just really brought out your amazingness, where you really felt truly connected to your most authentic self. And we want to just touch, just even if it's the slightest amount, this amazing feeling that in reality is actually not outside you. It doesn't originate from anything that comes into your environment or anyone or anything that leaves or anyone. It's a feeling that you actually carry within at all times. And it's hard sometimes. We lose track of this feeling for numerous reasons. This safety and comfort and deep, truly blessed authenticity starts to become layered. And sometime in our adult lives, we may try to start to fold back the layers, to peel them back, and we see ourselves again. And so, whatever you're seeing, know that that is a part of this amazing, incredible, unique, beautiful self that is within you. This is the part that we want to connect to today. And I want you to take that feeling, and wherever you are, imagine that you're standing up and you feel comfortable and ready to move to a new space. And as you move forward, a path unfolds behind you. There's soft dirt below your feet, moss and green grass at the sides, and you see a path. And as you follow that path, trees spring up, shrubs, there's an understory emerging. And as these slow beings emerge, they go upwards to the sky and become a forest. The path is still present with the forest around it, and you walk. softness of the dirt you can feel as you step. The birds and the bugs humming in the trees above, the leaves and the branches as if they're waving and welcoming you. Hello, we've missed you. We're so glad you're back. Squirrels or chipmunks scampering by, just busy, having fun, enjoying, doing their day-to-day activities of just being present, going through the branches, maybe looking for food, maybe chattering at each other. And as you keep walking, you go deeper and deeper into the forest. You find a set of stone stairs. They're old. They're archaic. These stones have been here for lifetimes, for millennia. They're damp as they descend, and you walk down them, starting to notice driplets of water because the dampness has gotten so thick. Moss springs about, growing thicker and taller, lush, verdant with life. Toadstools are around, beginning to almost look like a fairy tale. But you are stepping back in time, back in your time. And as you step back and go down these stairs, you find yourself in the bottom of the forest, as if you've walked down into a valley or a cavern, but something has walls of soil and dirt, mounded life all around you. And it feels like a cradle, like you've stepped into a place that, although it's old, you feel very young. You feel connected to yourself. It's a little dark down here, but you still can see well. Dragonflies buzzing by, the dripping of water from the condensation on the sides of the hills, ferns tumbling down, quartz jutting out. And you move to the middle and take a seat. And as you sit there, you feel your body merging with the earth, almost as if you're rooting to that space. And you feel the earth almost as if it's moving up toward you, surrounding your rooting, holding on, receiving you, welcoming you, so grateful that you are here today. Take a deep breath. And allow yourself to connect. Your arms are almost branch-like, yet mobile and flexible. You remember what it was like to be a very, very young child, before we were told the stories of who we're supposed to be and how life is supposed to be and look and feel. You're remembering that time when you just knew. You knew what you needed deep down. And if you were nourished, then as you grew up, that knowing would have become forefront in your consciousness. But like many of us, so many of us, it became buried. And we were not able to stay connected to the knowing. This is the knowing of what your body needs to be nourished. And it is different for everybody. There may be similarities with others that you know, but nobody has the same unique set of needs, desires, nourishing input, or things to step away from. Nourishment through distance and space from the things that just don't feel good or don't feel right. Each unique body knows. And we're born with that deep knowing. But for many of us, we didn't have those in our lives to help us understand that knowing. But that does not mean the knowing is gone. So as you sit here in this space, protected, safe, cradled, we'll have some quiet time to connect and step closer to that knowing and listen. And if you feel called or want to, you could inquire, set forth an intention. If there's a certain knowing about what you may need at this time to support yourself, you could ask that. Maybe you want to know if there's something special you should incorporate into your classroom to help support you so that you can support the students you're serving. Or maybe it's something about a routine. Or maybe it's even before you step onto school grounds. Is there something that would be so nourishing about home or wherever it is that you're coming from before you get to your classroom? Maybe something about that environment or that routine, or after school is done, a reflective quality that might help you. Any of these things or none of these things could come up. But let's sit in some quiet with the bugs chirping all around us, the birds settling down in the trees. They're joining us too. The gentle breeze dancing across our skin. And let's listen and see what that knowing wants to share with us today. gentle drip, drip, drip of the water calls you back. You hear the twinkling of the stream in the back. The birds are rustling. Take a deep breath. And thank the knowing for whatever was revealed today. Whether it was images, words, feeling, or space of blankness. It all has a meaning, a value that may resonate at this time or later. If you wish, you may take a moment and quickly jot down quick key phrases to capture your experience. It's now time to say thank you and take our leave from this space, this beautiful space that is all yours, that you can come back to at any time, as many times as you like. So we slowly withdraw our limbs, no longer tree-like. Feel those roots retracting. Feel the earth just nourished below us. When you feel you're fully embodied as yourself once more, you stand up, acknowledging the space that's before you, what you received today, and prepare to walk up the stairs. Feel a fullness in your heart, knowing that you've touched something special, something authentic, something beautiful that is truly you. And you know that its gift is here to serve you, nourish you in the most important way. And as you get to the top of the stairs, start walking back through the forest. The trees are shrinking, going back down into the ground. The shrubs, the grass. After you step foot after foot after foot, that which is behind you evaporates like mist back into a fantasy space that simultaneously does and does not exist, because we carry it with us within, but it can feel so real. You come back to that special room and find your comfort and peace there. And let all that you received from today's experience settle into your bones, into your being, and merge to be part of you, so that whether you fully understand it in your consciousness today or not, you carry it forward with you for the good and for the benefit of you and all those whose lives you touch. We don't always know exactly what's coming forward for us, not in our conscious minds, but on some level we've touched something that will be embedded in our cells. And in the smallest ways, it will impact us. And someday, if we didn't know it today, we will be able to look back and see with authority the truth of what we discovered. And in this safe space, give yourself the biggest hug and the deepest, deepest, beautiful gratitude for giving yourself this precious time for you. Because you are amazing and incredible and so deeply worth this nourishing space and time and energy. Blessings to you and to an amazing, amazing school year ahead. Thank you.